Hello, I'm Jamie Austin and I'm one of the museum officers for the Causeway Coast and Glens Borough Council Museum Services, and I'm here today in Ballymoney Museum. Genealogy, also known as family history, is the research into families and the tracing of their ancestors. Here in Ballymoney Museum we have a local history resource area, and I'm going to just go through some of the key items that we have within it today. One of the few items that we have are school registers, and these are a great resource when researching your family history. These ones date from 1890 to 1899 and cover schools within the Ballymoney area. They list the pupils, their first name, surname, their age, and also where they live and the occupation of both parents. Another important resource is also graveyard records, and in Ballymoney here we have various selections of them. The one I'm going to look at today is the Ballymoney Old Church Graveyard, and it's from 1883 to 1932. It lists those who are buried within the Old Church Graveyard, giving their first names, surname, the time of death, and their age, religion, and where they lived. There's also a map of the Old Church Graveyard. Within Ballymoney, we also had a workhouse, and Ballymoney Museum holds the register for that. In this register, there are over 5,000 names of those who were admitted to the workhouse. These are from the years 1843 to 1849. And they again list first names, surnames, where they were resident, and the date that they were admitted, and when they left, or indeed if they died within the workhouse. We also have folders which hold copies and newspaper cuttings from the Korean Chronicle, the Korean Constitution, Ballymoney Weekly Telegraph, and various other newspapers, and these can be in various themes going from World War I, World War II, to motorcycling and to work in the Causeway landscape. So there's various folders of research that's been done for exhibitions. Within our local history resource area, we also hold a library of historical books. And these can be, these go from World War I and II, also look at theatre and the general Ballymoney local history. These are widely used by genealogists when they come to research, as we have books that have been done of the local church graveyards, which again lists the inscriptions from the gravestones and gives all the details of each gravestone from within that graveyard, which is an invaluable resource to anyone that's trying to find their relatives. We hold books from Ballymoney, the local area, and these go from books that have been done on local villages, the town itself, and looking at various buildings that once were at Corfield factory that was in Ballymoney. We have books on that. Also within our local history resource area, we have various publications which have been done over the years. These, a few of them have been done through projects such as Piece 3 and Piece 4, and various ones have been done by local community groups. And we have a Ballymoney Heritage Trail, and this is a self-guided walking tour of Ballymoney. We also have a Ballymoney Old Church Graveyard illustrated guide, and this gives you the history of the graveyard as well as a map and highlights 8 gravestones of interest. Other brochures that we have would be 1718 Heritage Trail, and also other ones that look at villages such as Kilray, Dervick, and then the Earl Bishop Trail. We also have research drawers. They are filled with folders of research which has been done over the years on various topics and themes within Ballymoney. They look at Ballymoney Workhouse, they look at previous exhibitions that have been done on local schools, motorcycling exhibitions. Each of these folders just contain a little bit more information on some of the graveyards and churches within Ballymoney area. I also have some records on World War I and World War II and soldiers who have served. We also have folders which have research on objects that are within our Ballymoney Museum collection. Various objects that are on permanent display have had research done on them over the years, and that information has been shared within these folders as well for those who are keen to find out a little bit more than what's on display downstairs. Also in our local history resource area, we have the Northern Ireland Screens Digital Film Archive, and this contains over 65 hours of moving images covering the years 1897 to 2000. This is another great resource for local historians, researchers, students, and anyone with an interest in moving images. This archive can be accessed free within the resource area. Within the archive, it contains footage of the Lammas Fair held in Ballycastle, a Corefield factory that was once in Ballymoney. Charlie McAfee was a well-known figure around Ballymoney and prominent member of the community. It was with a camera in his hand, capturing all aspects of Ballymoney life, that he was most recognisable. In 1942, Charlie purchased a second-hand camera and began to film entertaining snippets of life, which has created a special legacy for future generations. It is thanks to Charlie that we have recordings of historic moments, such as the arrival of Queen Elizabeth II to Ballymoney in 1953. Charlie's work captured the changing times in Ballymoney. He effortlessly combined footage of serious events with light-hearted clips of musical performances and magic tricks. Through Charlie's films, we can see the lives of people around him and how the social and physical landscape of Ballymoney has evolved. Charlie's archive is now in the care of Ballymoney Museum and is available to enjoy within the local history resource area. A list of everything that we have in the local history resource area can be found on the resources pages of the Northern Ireland Community Archive website. This website is a collection of photographs, exhibitions, oral testimonies, museum collections, and other information from local museums as well as community groups. Community archives can be held by community centres, historical societies, schools, libraries, museums, or public archives. If you have material that you would like to share through the archive or would like to become a contributor, please contact us through our email address, which is cms.causewaycoastandglens.gov.uk. Within our resource area, we also have a lot of publications by local historian Alec Blair. In 2018, Alec Blair's private collection was bequeathed to Ballymoney Museum, and it is hoped that this will be made available to the resource area. Over the years, Alec gave many talks on local stories and histories of the local area. These talks were always very popular, and Alec did these along with writing stories for local newspapers, all so that he could share the history of the local area and the knowledge which he had. It is hoped that through this documentation process that we too will be able to share Alec's collection the way that he intended it to be.